Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, we're gonna do some Qigong. Follow along, sorta, give you some exercise ideas. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. I usually do the Qigong warm-up exercises as a warm-up prior to teaching my Tai Chi class. So I'm not gonna do Tai Chi today. I'll just do the Qigong warm-up exercises, and that'll give you a good start to, because I could do a whole class on Qigong, but I'm just gonna give you a handful of exercises that you could follow along or try on your own at your own pace and for as long as you want. So it's a good warm-up to start your day, and it's good for mindfulness and relaxation and peace for the body and mind. So let's get started. So on this first one, you want your feet close together, very slight bend in the knees, fingertips nice and relaxed. We're going to start with one arm up, one arm down. So what that means is, well, one hand goes up, the other one goes down. Now the hand that goes up, that's the one I want to follow with my eyes. Take a big deep breath in. Slowly exhale as the hands come back together. Eyes switch to the other hand. One of the benefits of going slow is so you don't get dizzy or lightheaded, but also you want to keep your eyes on your hand, which prevents you from going too quickly, because you could create some dizziness and lightheadedness because your hand will be too blurry if you go quickly. So it's nice and controlled motion. Arms, fingertips nice and relaxed. Big deep breath in. Slowly exhale as the hands come back together. Eyes switch to the other hand. So once I come back to neutral, I'm going to slowly turn to one side. Open up the chest. Big deep breath in. Slowly exhale as the hands come back together. Eyes switch to the other hand. Or not switch to the other hand, but switch to the other side. Nice and relaxed fingertips. Try to keep the neck and shoulders nice and relaxed. Big deep breath in. And slowly exhale. So you could do this as many times as you feel like doing. In my class, I typically do probably 4 or 5 per side. Move on to the next exercise. So it gets you in the frame of mind of doing Tai Chi and relaxing and focusing on your breathing, so then your muscles aren't nice and too tense. So on this next one, what I want you to do, you're going to have feet close together still, arms extended with the back of the hands together. So then what you're going to do is, as you separate, big deep breath in, hands curl underneath, and then slowly exhale. Back of the hands, big deep breath in, and slowly exhale. Now, the thing on this one, I mentioned feet close together. I prefer to do what's called a den stance. Toes inward, knees close, still butt back slightly with the hinge at the hips. So your back is still straight, you're still upright. Big deep breath in. Hands crawl underneath, and then slowly exhale. So from this angle, what it's going to look like, big deep breath in, and slowly exhale. Big deep breath in, open up the chest. So you still want to try to keep your neck, head, and shoulders nice and relaxed. Focus on the breathing. So you might notice my fingertips and fingers are spread. That's easier to keep it relaxed. If you keep it together, it's more like a karate chop, and your fingers almost instinctually tighten together, which means they're not nice and relaxed. So try to keep the fingers separated. Nice, slow and controlled motion. Once again, try to maintain good posture. Open up the chest, big deep breath in, and slowly exhale. Okay. Another one is arms up nice and relaxed. You're going to take a big deep breath in, slowly exhale as you're only bending the upper part of your torso, almost like you're giving yourself a hug. As you open back up, big deep breath in, and slowly exhale. Big deep breath in. So even though I'm moving my arms and shoulders, you still want to try to keep your muscles nice and relaxed, which is also why I'm not making fists, because once again, people have a tendency to make their fists tight which is flexing, and you don't want to flex. You want to just try to focus on nice fluid motion, nice controlled breathing. Big deep breath in and slowly exhale. On the next exercise, what we do, we call it a horse stance. So basically, here's my shoulder width, and you want roughly twice that, okay? You're gonna keep the head and shoulders up, which means I'm not bending forward like so. What I wanna do is go down as far as I feel comfortable, as if I'm scooping up air, reach for the sky, big deep breath in, and slowly exhale as you gently float back down. Big deep breath in, and slowly exhale. So once again, the idea of these exercises isn't just for warming up, but when you focus on your breathing, it's not normally going to be shallow, which means you're taking in more oxygen, expelling more carbon dioxide, and it's good for the body and mind because breath is very important. Sounds like common sense, but most of us throughout the day, unless we're used to breathing a certain way, are going to breathe too shallow, which could increase muscle fatigue. It could increase anxiety. Sometimes, of course, anxiety can trigger shallow breathing, but your brain needs the oxygen, the muscles and organs need the oxygen. And slowly exhale. Good. Another one, still from the horse stance, is the archer's pose. So you're going to bend your knees a little bit. You know, you don't have to go down too deep unless you want to. We'll reach to one side. As I pull, like I'm pulling on a bow, open up the chest, big deep breath in. Hand returns. I slowly come over the side or over the top. Big deep breath in. And slowly exhale. Big deep breath in. Nice and controlled motion. So even though I move in my arms, I'm trying to keep my hands, arms, and fingers nice and relaxed. Nice fluid motion. All right, and the last one I normally do for the class is good for the lower back and upper back. So what I'm gonna do, I'll show you from this angle, feet close together, very soft bend in the knees. I'm gonna keep my chin up because I want my back to be straight as I go down as far as I feel comfortable. Once I hit that spot, I let my head float down and relax, and then I slowly come up with a rounded back as if you're coming up one vertebrae at a time until you're fully upright. Of course, in reality, you can't go one vertebrae at a time. I'm just trying to paint a visual of what you're trying to accomplish. So once again, bending at the waist with the chin up, going down as far as you feel comfortable. So for me, that's about here. So then I let my head float down and relax. And then with a rounded back, slowly come up until I'm fully upright again. So one more, down as far as I feel comfortable. Head floats down and slowly come up with a rounded back. So once again, that's just a handful of exercises that you could do in the Qigong category. Once again, there's lots of them out there. If you are interested in more, just let me know in the comment box below. If you found this video helpful, feel free to subscribe. It helps the channel, helps to keep the motivation to help you guys and to make more videos. And if you know how to pronounce Qigong better, which you may or may not, I don't know. I could very well be pronouncing it wrong. So if you could do phonetically in the comments how I'm supposed to say it, I'd appreciate it. All right, thanks. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time.